Doomsday Glacier is melting in Antarctica, and it's bad news. Doomsday glaciers are melting at alarming rates in Antarctica, and this could have serious consequences for the planet. A recent study found that the East Antarctic ice sheet is melting rapidly and could contribute significantly to sea level rise. Doomsday glaciers are also melting rapidly all over Antarctica. If this trend continues, the entire continent could be in trouble. The East Antarctic ice sheet is the largest of all the continents on Earth, and it makes up about 2/3 of the total mass of Antarctica. The rest of the continent is made up of small ice sheets and glaciers. The East Antarctic ice sheet is special because it's very thin, only about 2 miles thick on average. When it melts, it contributes a lot to rising sea levels. Doomsday glaciers are meltwater streams that flow from high elevations in the mountains down to lower elevations where they join larger rivers or lakes. They are usually named for their potential to cause major flooding if they reach the ocean. And that's exactly what's happening now. The meltwater from these glaciers is contributing to global warming in several ways. By absorbing sunlight and turning into water vapor. By fertilizing land with fresh water. Lastly, by raising sea levels as it flows into the ocean. All of these things are adding up to create a serious problem for our planet. What are the facts of it? The Doomsday Glacier is a giant ice sheet in Antarctica that is melting at an unprecedented rate. If the glacier melts completely, it could raise global sea levels by up to 23 feet. The melting of the Doomsday Glacier has already caused widespread damage to coastal communities and infrastructure, and it is likely to cause even more problems in the future. What is the impact of Doomsday Glacier? A new study published in the journal Science reveals that the Antarctic ice sheet is melting faster than previously thought. The study found that since 2002, the mass of the Greenland ice sheet has increased by 579 billion tons, while Antarctica's ice mass has decreased by 147 billion tons. In total, this translates to a loss of 1 trillion tons of ice from both glaciers since 2002. The results of this study are alarming because if the Antarctic ice sheet melts completely, it could lead to a rise in global sea levels by up to 13 feet. Already, coastal communities around the world are feeling the effects of climate change in ways never before imaginable. With increasing temperatures and more extreme weather events, it's only a matter of time before entire cities become submerged underwater. This isn't just an issue for people living near the coast, it's an issue for everyone on Earth. Our planet is facing mounting challenges due to climate change, and we need all hands on deck if we're going to make sure that this doesn't turn into a catastrophe. What is the solution of it? The Doomsday Glacier is melting rapidly in Antarctica, raising the potential for a catastrophic release of ice and water into the ocean. The melt could raise sea levels by as much as 13 feet, devastating coastal communities around the world. There are many solutions to mitigating this danger. We can help slow down the rate of melting by reducing our carbon emissions. We can also support research into new technology that can better capture and store CO2 emissions. And we can work to build resilience into vulnerable communities. They can withstand any eventual impacts from climate change. All of these solutions need to be pursued together if we want to keep Earth livable for future generations. Conclusion. The Doomsday Glacier is melting, and it's bad news. Greenland and Antarctica are two of the most important ice sheets on Earth, and if they both melt, it means that global sea levels will rise by many meters. This would have devastating consequences not just for coastal areas, but for entire islands and countries too. The melting of the Doomsday Glacier is a serious concern, but there are things we can do to prevent it from happening.